how to start investing in the stock market. With no doubt, this is my favorite investment because there is so much potential. By buying stocks, we become owners of a corporation with one stock or even many stocks. We are still very small owners, but nonetheless owners of that company. To buy the stock, we will need an investing account or platform. For somebody just starting, it is ideal to find a platform that will not charge high broker fees when buying or selling a stock, such as Robinhood or M1 Finance, currently free of broker fees. Merrill Edge will provide a certain amount of free trades monthly as long as you have above a specific amount average money with them. The reason to make sure and study the best platform for you to start investing is to avoid having all your gains obtained in stocks being taken away from you in the form of broker trading fees. There are different ways to make money on the stock market. The most famous way is to buy the stock, for example, for $100, and with time the company and the stock will grow in value. And by the time you sell the stock, in this example, let's say the stock is now worth $115, resulting in a $15 profit on that share. Another way to make money on the stock market is to buy stocks that pay dividends. The company will pay you a percentage of their profits. Usually as the company grows, the dividend payment will grow as well, and similarly, if the company starts facing harder times or for any other reason decides to may decrease or stop paying dividends. All stock strategies will usually vary from three primary different approaches. Day trading, investors will buy stocks and hold it for very short amounts of time, a day, an hour, or even minutes, sell it and try to make a small quick profit. Swing trading, a swing trader will usually buy a stock and hold it for 2 to 6 days and make the profit based on knowledge of an event that will happen, such as the release of a new great product and a result in a positive outcome that will grow that stock. Long-term buying, this is the best fit for most investors. We can buy the stock and hold it for longer periods of time, months, a year or 10 years, allowing time for the stock to grow. Stock market current situation as I'm making this video, we are on May 2019. This is a very specific time to be in because every 5 to 7 years average, a certain degree of recession hits the market. When these hard times hit is when many companies die out, many people lose lots of money, but also after the recession hits is the time that we see which were and are the strongest companies. At this point, an opportunity opens for those who were able to see coming, prepare for it, and make lots and lots of money. The last recession happened in 2008. And from 2009 to 2019, we have been enjoying this bull growth market for 10 years. It is not a question of if, but when the next recession will hit, but eventually will hit. For the last 5 months, for example, the market seems to be inflated similarly to when the real estate bubble busted in 2008. There are talks of growth being partially fake related to stock manipulation. Some people say the market is also enjoying a sugar rush from recent government short-term tax cuts. And another huge sign that things may soon change is the inverted yield curve, negative yield curve. This means that when buying bonds, you get a smaller return on longer-term investing, which normally does not make sense. If your money is trapped longer, the return should be higher. All this show a clear sign of complication to come. For the last over 100 years, every time the yield bond curve inverted, a recession followed within 2 months to 2 years. Every one of these times, people said that that time was different and the outcome would be different, but every time the outcome was the same. The US market has every time come back, going upwards about 71% of the time in the last 130 years. This means that the stock market is a good investment on the longer run. Usually it is not a good idea to invest money that you will need tomorrow, next week or anytime soon. A good way to stay protected is to choose to invest in good companies that can easily survive and grow beyond tough times. This is also a good time to sit on large amounts of cash and wait for that day where the good stocks we like and want go on sale. For the last 2 weeks, the market has been hit hard due to US and China trade wars, and investor hope is that things de-escalate and the market keep growing, or if things get worse, as an investor, you and I are prepared to profit from it. Stock investing rules. Warren Buffett, also known as the world's greatest investor, multiple times have mentioned these investing rules. Invest on a company you know and understand, durable with a competitive advantage, with management that have integrity and talent, and a price per share that makes sense. A couple of tools that are out there to help us are the company's statements, annual reports, and company's strategies. No matter how good a company is, it does not have an infinite value to be paid for. The secret is to buy it on sale when the market is down or an event has brought such a company value down. But due to our research, we know that that company will grow back. Identifying good companies earlier in their life stage allows us to capitalize more. It's very hard to make money on a company that is already all the way in the top in value with no more room for growth. A great approach is to make a list of the companies we like. It's much better to invest in a company you believe in and are proud of, know and fully understand. Wait for these specific companies to go on sale, buying low and selling high, maximizing profits. Once again, May 2019 is a great time to be sitting on large amounts of cash because the signs are too many to be neglected. At the current moment, we can build a list of around 10 companies that we like, know, and fully understand, and wait for that moment those companies go on sale so we can buy. If you are just starting this, you may ask how long it may take to learn all needed to never make mistakes, and the answer to that is that no one ever will know everything. But the secret is to start investing a small amount so you can practice with a few $100s, and as time passes by, months, years, increase the investing amount, because if you never start and learn what a stock looks like on sale and how you feel and behave when you see the stock you hold price change, you will miss the magic opportunity, or might buy something thinking it is something it actually is not. Accumulating knowledge is key to making good decisions. In case you do not want to put in the time to learn, or if you do not trust yourself enough making such decisions, another solution is to invest in a 401k or an index fund such as the S&P 500. This means you would be riding the market, being invested in the top 500 US companies, for example, which average grows 9% a year, and not try to beat the market picking the top companies out there. Another approach is to combine both worlds of investing long term plus putting it inside a retirement account, Roth IRA, and still pick the winning companies that you know have the strongest long-term growth. All money made and grown inside a Roth IRA account is tax-free, but for the most part you can only access it after age 59 and a half. Start investing small, few hundreds, while dealing with a learning curve, then you may transition into a few thousands. Do not put all your money or a high amount into something you do not know. A good time to start investing and learn is today with smaller amounts of money, than later in life with bigger amounts, or even still with smaller amounts. Thanks everyone for all help and support. This week the channel completed 1 month old and we grew from 0 to almost 200 subscribers. If you are not a member yet, please gently smash and mutter the subscribe button. Also feel free to drop a like, it helps immensely. We have new videos every week. I'll add links in the description for our blog and our new book, Making Money While Sleeping, 10 passive income ideas plus a bonus. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.